The biggest problem I had with season 7 was the structure of the season. So I'm hoping once season 8 starts, this structure will be fixed. So it's not only bottle episodes and, just concentrating on different parts only. I hope what we actually get to see is a bigger world, but also more integrated, and, for them to do a better job at making it feel like it's not a slow-paced season, but rather, everything's going on in every episode. So I hope it's more fast-paced and, there's more going on. I'm just trying to think what I want to see, because in the trailer, it's very interesting because they end up not having a lot of the actual scenes from different episodes in the trailer, only the first 4 episodes. So that, put aside with something that was said by the producer, Scott Gimple, about the first 4 episodes being great, I think that probably means that the trailer for season 8 will be pretty epic as well, because it's only based on the first 4 episodes or something like that. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens there. One thing I am definitely excited for in terms of the trailer for season 8 is that we'll actually see a lot more. Because if you remember, in season 7, the trailer they gave us, the San Diego Comic-Con trailer, it was basically half a trailer, because half of it was basically teasing us for the death, and the other half even was not showing us any of the main characters. So because of that, it definitely did feel a bit flat, and I didn't get excited by that trailer that much. So I'm definitely excited for this trailer for season 8, because we'll see all of the main characters, and it won't be a half a trailer, it'll be a full trailer. So that's one thing I'm definitely excited for. Matthew Moraga asks, do you think season 8 will be the best season? It has the potential to be, definitely. I think from the source material from the comic book, they have All Out War coming up. So they have a big potential to make season 8 be the best season ever. Right now, I think, obviously season 7, in my opinion, wasn't that strong. Season 6 was the best season they've done. So I think season 8 has the possibility to break that and be the best season. Gazdak Gamer, what do you want to see in the trailer? Yeah, I kind of talked about that before. I don't exactly know what I want to see. There's a lot of things I want to see, but in terms of in the trailer, I think what I want to see is a lot of chaos, a lot of action, a lot of battles, and maybe a lot of dialogue from different characters about the war, planning and things like that. So I think that's what I want to see mostly. Trailer. Evan Russell says, do you think there could be any whispers teased in season 8? I've actually done a lot of videos talking about that. I think it's possible for them to tease it in like an after credits scene. Something where they don't actually show us that they're the Whisperers. Maybe something along the lines of a few walkers, but then one of them looks a bit odd and looks like more of a human being than a walker. I think that would be a better tease than to actually officially show the Whisperers in season 8. And like I said, it would be best if it's through an after credits scene, not in the actual episodes that they have. But I think it's definitely possible for there to be a teaser from the Whisperers. But I don't want to see a lot, to be honest, because I think that takes away the surprise element and how they're introduced from the comics. So I think in order to keep that, it would be best to not give a lot away in a teaser like that. Ronnie Thomas, do you think in the season 8 trailer we will see a glimpse of the Whisperers? Not a chance. Not in the trailer. No, I think it's way too early for us to see a teaser for them in the trailer. AJYT Abbott asks, do you think Heath will play a part in season 8? I definitely think that he will come back because his TV show, the one he left The Walking Dead for, got cancelled. It was 24 Legacy. Because that was cancelled, there's even more possibilities for him to return. So I definitely think he's going to come back and have a part in season 8 for sure. AJYT Abbott says, I'm hoping we get a long 90-minute episode of Negan's backstory. That's possible. We may get that. I don't think it's the best idea. I think it's better to have Negan's backstory spread out and not have it just be concentrated on one episode. I think that way it'll be better because, through Negan being in a state where he is in the comic book after the war, we can get his storyline come out that way. So without going into too much spoilers from the comic book, once all that war is done, once the war ends, Negan ends up being somewhere where he has a lot of free time to think about stuff, and he has a lot of time to tell stories to others. So I think that's the best time for them to integrate the backstory and not have it just be one episode. Matthew Moraga says, should every All Out War episode be 90 minutes? That would be pretty good if they can do that. Obviously, it's not possible. And I think it's a trade-off if they're going to have 90-minute episodes, but have them be very slow and be very boring, then I don't want to see that. If every episode is 90 minutes, but it's epic, then definitely that's what I want to see. But I'm afraid that they can't have every episode be 90 minutes and have every episode be very epic. So because of that, I feel like it's better to only have very epic episodes be 90 minutes so they can have some scenes breathe out. AJYT Abbott, do you think Daryl will ever forgive Dwight for what happened with Denise? Never. I don't think so. I think Daryl even said to Rick, after everything is done, I don't care what he says. I'm gonna kill him, referring to Dwight, and make him pay for what he's done. Lisa_98, I believe Rosita died in Holly comic in The Savior in season 8. I think, okay, so you're saying Rosita will take Holly's death. The Holly death already came. Sasha got her death in the 716 episode. So they remixed it, but it was definitely there. So I don't think that they will come back to that specific storyline again. So I think we already got something like the Holly death. We're not going to see that again. But if they didn't go through that with Sasha, Rosita would definitely have been a good candidate to take that. Matthew Moraga, do you like how they did Holly's death? So I kind of did, but I would like to see the double death. So, you know, Holly coming out with the thing on her, or Sasha in this case, and then someone getting bit by her. I think that would have been more epic. There's two reasons why they didn't go that route. They didn't do that. One is Fear the Walking Dead. Fear the Walking Dead did an episode in the previous season where they basically took that exact scene and they basically copied it exactly. And I think that's one of the reasons they didn't do it in season 7, episode 16, was because it was already done. That's one reason. I'm a strong believer that that's one of the main reasons they didn't do that. The second reason is that they already did double deaths. You know, they overkilled it with the premiere, with the mid-season finale, with the double death with Richard and Benjamin. So they didn't want to do another double death. So I think because of those two main reasons, they ended up not integrating the double death. But that's what I wanted to see. So AJYT Abbott, it would have been fitting for Walker Sasha to bite Rosita considering their bond over the previous episodes. I completely agree with you 100%. That's what I really thought we'll see. But, you know, they ended up not doing anything like that. AJYT Abbott, I think they will definitely set Morgan's death up to push Rick to have Negan in Morgan's cell to honor him as him being his first friend pre-apocalypse. 100% agree with you. That's probably where they're going with it. And it's already been set up for Morgan to build the cell and, you know, for this to come up. I think it's already been set up. So, yeah, it's more likely going to happen. Gazlak Gamer, do you think Negan will attack Alexandria again? I think he will. Not in the first episode of season 8, but maybe closer to the mid-season finale. AJYT Abbott, do you think we could see Rick versus Jadis before Rick versus Negan? Ooh, interesting question. Yeah, it's possible. I think there's a possibility that Negan will go after Jadis before Negan goes after Rick. So, yeah, I think we may see that altercation before, for sure. Ronnie Thomas, do you think Daryl will sacrifice himself to Rick during all that war? Yeah, that's one way it could go, and it's definitely a great way for them to have Daryl die. But the other perfect way is for Daryl to sacrifice himself for Maggie. I think that's an even better arc for him. AJYT Abbott, I think that we could see maybe in the mid-season finale different flashbacks of Glenn and Daryl together leading up to Daryl's sacrifice for Maggie. That's possible. I think, you know, they could definitely have the flashbacks happen during that time, but I don't think that it would be in the mid-season finale. It would probably be closer to the end of the war. Ronnie Thomas, do you think Dwight will try to make Daryl a traitor to Rick? No, I don't think so. I think Dwight's comic arc is basically in full force, so they're not going to change it. I think they're going to stick with Dwight's comic arc and have it play out the exact same way. Lisa_98, Jadis is so cool. I don't agree. I don't like Jadis. I think there's something about her character that feels very unnatural, feels odd. And I think that she's not a very likable character, in my opinion. So I don't agree with you there. Lisa_98, Michonne kills Jadis. Hell yes, that would be cool. Ronnie Thomas, do you think Negan regrets killing Glenn? At the moment, I don't think so. Ronnie Thomas, imagine Rick does the same thing he did in the comics. He spares Negan and then Daryl shoots Negan and he says, F you. Alright, they could do that, but it just ruins the story. It hurts the storyline, the arc that's going to be coming out. So it's best if they just stick with the comic material. Ronnie Thomas, do you think we will see Abraham in Season 8 in flashback? I don't think so. He already came in through flashback in 716. So I don't think he's going to come back again. Glenn might, on the other hand. But for Abraham, I don't think so.